what's worse, the fact that you're just sitting here eating meat, or the fact that you've been carrying your meat around trying to put it in everybody's mouth.
It's tri-tip. You like tri-tip?
I don't know what that's got to do with what we're about to do, but I'm sure you do.
On next, Zeal, cigar review.
I'm really glad you didn't just spit meat at the camera when you said that.
So I got a smoker. Sorry, my mouth is full. This is very, very bad to do on video, but to me, got the ASMR stuff. I chew slowly. Anyways, no, I got a smoker, and I made some tri-tip this morning around 5 a.m. Smoked it for a little bit, and it is delicious. It's great. JB doesn't want any meat, unfortunately, but I did bring in a little bit of meat for everybody. You can see my tri-tip right here.
It smells really good, and everybody else that's ate it has said that it tasted very good.
It tastes great. It really does. So I've never been a smoker, a meat smoker necessarily. I've been a cigar smoker for a long time, but never had a smoker before, but very easy to use. I'll show you a little video of it so you can see it. And JB is forcing me to do something I don't want to do today, so I thought I'd have some meat. Let's talk about it. So what do I have in front of me, JB?
We are going to smoke a Lancero today. We don't smoke many Lanceros.
That's because I hate Lanceros. I think they're the bane of the existence of the cigar world. They're too tiny. I don't know what it is, but I mean, all in all, I mean, we'll see what this comes up with, but we'll get into it. But in order to tell you what these things really taste like, you know what we gotta do? We gotta cut light in.
Swallow your meat.
Sorry. A little bit of my teeth real quick. Okay. In order to get into it, you know what we gotta do? We gotta cut light in.
Smoke.
Well, I'm looking forward to smoking this, JB, because I know that you are a big Lancero fan, and you like Lanceros much better than I do. Big shout out to Rocky Mountain Cigar, my buddy Ryan, who loves Lanceros. He thinks he thinks they're the best cigar size. Lanceros, the boast is that you get more wrapper flavor with Lanceros. There's not much filler or binder, but there's more wrapper there because it's thinner and longer. So I know what the Sanitarium tastes like in the Robusto and the Robusto Gordo, but I don't know. I think I've had this before. I know that I've had it before.
It's been a while,
but it has been a while. So we'll find out how this has developed. So let's get into it.
The Sanitarium Connecticut's one of my favorite Connecticut's. A little on the bready, more like on the bready side. And yeah, I'm not a huge fan, if I remember correctly, of the Lancero.
Okay.
But we're gonna find out. I get the lore of the Lancero, right? Like
the lore of the Lancero.
The lore of the Lancero is, you know, the most coveted part of the cigar is usually the leaf. That's the wrapper. Probably the most expensive part of the cigar is the wrapper leaf. Yeah. The most cared for is probably the wrapper leaf, unless you're getting a really unique fermented Lajero or Ometepe or Peruvian, something unique inside there, right? Yeah, but I would say that the wrapper leaf is what everybody's coveted and typically gives about, well, we say about 70% of the flavor.
Absolutely.
So you would assume you get more of the wrapper flavor from these.
They're not bad. They taste like Sanitariums. They do.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the last time I smoked this Lancero. The Lancero I probably smoked the most is I do like the Jacob's Ladder by Southern Draw. I like that Lancero. And I like the Tabernacle Lancero.
Yeah.
I do like the Oliva V every once in a while. But I would say those are probably about the only Lanceros that I smoke at all.
To be fair, I just think it's a weird size. I really do. I think it's something that's out of the ordinary, which most cigars come in Robusto and Toro around the country. There's a lot of different sizes of cigars. You guys know that already. But the Lancero it's kind of taking up a lot of like space on people's humidors now because a lot of people, it's got kind of a cult following. A lot of companies are producing Lanceros. A lot of people are getting into Lanceros. The thing that I would notice about this Lancero in particular, compared to the regular Sanitarium Connecticut, which is a very good Connecticut, this tends to be a little more spicy, on my tongue at least. Oh, you know what?
Yeah, so far I would agree with that, but I'm not as into it as you are.
I wonder how this tastes in the meat. Let's get the meat out and see how it tastes.
Again with the meat?
Yeah, dude. Dude, I'm a carnivore, bro. Let's go. I brought it in a nice...
You're a Neanderthal.
I am a Neanderthal. That's a good cigar, too. All right, got another piece. I want to see how it pairs with meat. Oh. The one thing with smoked meat, pairing it with a cigar, is this has a lot of hickory flavor. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if smoked meat will pair with the cigar, because it has a lot of pepper in it, so I wonder if it's going to be okay.
Not bad, though. A little bit of a vanilla sweetness. What are you getting with the meat?
I wasn't getting much out of it. I had to kind of puff it pretty hard to get it going again. That's one of the things about Lancero's I really don't like, is that they can go out quickly.
It's a pet peeve of mine with Lancero's, too.
That, and they heat up real quick. They heat up super fast.
Yeah, there's a weird sweet spot of smoking them, man. It's almost like the pipe of cigars.
Right. Let me try this again. Experiment time, right? Well, there's that meat. Beautiful. I did cook it a little longer than I usually would, so it is a little bit... It's actually, you know...
Does anybody else have a grown man that just runs around and shows everybody their meat?
Got a little pink in the middle there. You see a little pink? A little pink in the middle there, just a little bit.
There's that breadiness. But yeah, still a little bit heavy on the white... Not heavy, but more heavy on the white pepper than the regular Robusto.
It pairs okay. It's not great. It's really not great.
Now, I would imagine I wonder what it would be like with, like, the Kentucky Fire Cured, though. That's what you should have smoked with that.
This is really hickory. The hickory kind of overwhelms the...
The cigar?
Yeah, there's no vanilla when I pair it.
There's just meat juices all over the cigar wrapper from your fingers, dude. It's great.
It's not bad. It's not a terrible pairing. I mean, it's doable. It just doesn't complement as well as I'd like it to.
I'm not surprised from a Connecticut, though. Like, I feel like you need a richer, smokier Maduro. Maybe like the Liga Midnight. I
feel like with Lancero's, you got to pull hard to get them, you know?
Sometimes.
But people love this cigar. People love Lancero's, dude.
Yeah, they do. This particular one, I don't feel that my draw has to be too hard on this one. But it is on the tighter side. I will say that.
I feel like I'm in the cigar enough that I should be able to taste a good amount of the smoke with the meat now. Okay. On that right there, it was crazy. It was like hickory vanilla on that. It was really nice. It was really nice.
There is like a light sweetness with that breadiness on this, so I can see that.
Almost like a dinner roll cigar, huh? No, this is really... Actually, that paired really well. I was super impressed. Let me see if it's just me. I got one more piece left, so we're gonna find out. Let's try the very last piece of meat. Oh, dude, how thick that thing is. You sure? Sure?
I think that's your problem. I think you want this stick to be thicker.
Oh, I mean, really, the meat is pretty thick. So how much as thick is a stick? What a treat, dude. If you don't have a smoker and you're a big griller like I am, get a smoker. It just absolutely works. No.
I feel like the number one comment outside of stop eating meat.
All the vegetarians? All the vegetarian
No. On the camera.
Uh-huh.
Ain't nobody in our channel that's that many vegetarians, I would doubt. But the second...
What?
I don't even remember what I was going to say now. The first one was stop eating meat.
Yeah.
And the second one was going to be you're late to the smoking party.
I know there's... I mean, the Traeger cult, you know, I know there's guys out there who are Traeger fans and stuff like that, which is fine. It's just like, you know, $1,500 for a Traeger, which I didn't want to spend on my first, you know, smoker. Maybe I'll get one later on.
I want to do like an old, like the old Native American style. When it gets summertime out here and it's really hot, I'm going to create these drying racks in the backyard, and I'm going to slice it super, super thin and just hang it out to dry in the sun. Just do like a sun-cured meat. See what that turns out like. That might be interesting.
It's got a weird breadiness to it that doesn't really pair well with the meat outside that like vanilla note that you get. So there is a little bit of like meat and potatoes type thing that's happening with this, this taste test. But in all honesty, I don't think it's a great pairing because there's so much hickory on the meat from the smoke that it kind of overwhelms the cigar.
Okay.
I know that. I mean,
no, you can smell. Like I can physically smell the hickory just sitting here off of.
It's fantastic, dude.
Off of the meat.
It tastes so delicious. Oh man. This is life, dude. Smoking cigars, drinking coffee, eating tri-tip.
I will say it's getting a little more bready and sweet as it smokes. Mm-hmm. It's better than I remember, but I would say I still probably prefer the Robusto personally. This just has that little bit. I know both of these are looking great.
Look at that, dude. That burn. It's a beautiful, beautiful cigar. Yeah, it just doesn't pair well with meat, unfortunately. I thought it would. I bet a good Maduro. I think would pair really well with the meat? We would try this another time, but the Fireside Reserve Maduro.
Oh.
The mesquite in there.
Yeah, or the Brass Monkey even.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because that's got some smokiness to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, drop a comment and let us know what your thoughts are on the Lancero's and the Lancero size. But this is the Sanitarium Connecticut Lancero. It's a decent. It tastes like it tastes like the Sanitarium Connecticut, but a little more pepper kick, I would say, in my personal opinion. What say you, JB?
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
A little bit less on the breadiness, a little bit more on like the white pepper. It's still a very good Connecticut that leans a little bit more medium. Mm-hmm. Not like, I'm talking like still on the light side, but the higher end of the light side.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody that doesn't enjoy Connecticut's because they're too sweet would like this.
I have an idea. I don't know if this can be done, but I'd love to try this. What if I took cigar tobacco, meshed it up, and smoked my meat with cigar tobacco? What would that be like? Who knows, right? What do you think?
I think it would potentially cover your meat in nicotine.
You think so? You think the smoke coming off there would cover the meat in nicotine? How cool would that be if I smoked, maybe just sprinkled
You'd have to grind it up, maybe.
Yeah, sprinkled some tobacco in with the wood chips to make that smoky cigar into the meat. So stay tuned for that. I'll post a short on that to see. I could try it. I mean, there's no harm in trying it. It's just going to produce smoke, and we'll see what happens with that. Well, stay tuned for that, guys. Drop a comment and let us know what you think about Lancero's. Are we right? Are we wrong? You know we love debating with you in the comment section. It's been real fun lately. So with that said, guys, I've been Bradley. He's been JB, and we're out of here like last year. Peace.